Well, hello everyone and a warm welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a video that I'm calling It Will Be Alright on the Site. Yes, it's a video all about caravanning cock-ups. Helen and I get lots of comments from people, and they're really lovely comments, and they thank us for all the top tips and all the help and advice that we give them, particularly of course all the newbie caravanners. We have a little smile to ourselves because we make so many faux pas you wouldn't believe. We make them time and time again. So we're going to give you a top 10 caravanning cock-ups countdown, and I've even thrown in a little 5-star cock-up right at the end, so you'll have to stay tuned to the end of the video. And whilst there's a light-hearted view here, of course big elements, if not all of it, has a real serious tone to it as well. And don't sit back there and pretend that you haven't made these cock-ups or that you never get it wrong, even if you're a seasoned caravanner, because we know different. Why do some people want to turn their caravan into a three-wheeler? 2 wheels is fine, or 4 if you've got loads of money. But some people, like me, seem to want to have 3 wheels on their wagon. I'm talking of course about the Jockey Wheel, and when you're towing, there's only one thing to do: make sure you put it up. Now this next cock-up was something we've only done once, to be fair, but I've seen lots of other people do it. When we've been driving down the road, either with or without the caravan on, we've spotted other caravans coming towards us making a big mistake that we once made, and that was up there, the Caravan sunroof. Yeah, caravan sunroofs are a really useful thing, but really serve no purpose when you're driving down the road. We had a lorry flashing us like mad behind and pipping, and we wondered what was going on. It wasn't in this caravan actually, it was in our first caravan, a Bailey Senator Indiana that we had, and the sunroof was quite a big sunroof at the front, and rather than open out towards the front as this one does, this one sort of opened up sideways, and we'd also got the blind across. So by the time we pulled over into a lay-by to see what the problem was and why we were being flashed, the lorry driver followed us in and said, "Hey, your sunroof's up, mate." We thanked him obviously and felt stupid, but actually when we went inside, the blind that we pulled over, not the fly screen but the actual blind we pulled over as well, was ripped to shreds. We were lucky we never lost the sunroof. That would have been pretty costly. That brings us on to the TV aerial. Thankfully we don't use it too much these days. We tend to stream TV and that works fine. But when the TV aerial was just another job that I had to do, it was also another job I knew I was going to forget. And here it is, the Caravan Handbrake. And the purpose of the handbrake, of course, is to stop the caravan from moving. So why on earth would you leave it on when you're trying to drive away? So for goodness sake, remove your handbrake, particularly when you want to drive away. So next up, the good old towing mirrors. And as they say, when is a towing mirror not a towing mirror? When it's still in the boot of your car. No, Dave, the mirrors have to go on your wing mirrors so you can see past the caravan when you're towing. Come on, get it together, man. There you go. That's much better, Dave. Well done. Such a basic thing, those mirrors, aren't they? You'd think we'd get it right every time. How come we keep making so many mistakes? And why do we do them time and time again? It's like the old adage, if at first you don't cock it up, then try and cock it up time and time again. That seems to be the case with us. So the towing mirror is very simple, really, but we seem to get it wrong. And I think it's because there are so many other things to do. And for whatever reason, either when we're getting ready to go to a site or when we're getting ready to leave to come home, we always seem to be in such a hurry, and maybe that's part of the problem. Let's look at the next cock-up. Trying to work out why this is not moving, and I've just realised the motor mover is still on. Silly boy. I know you're laughing at me, aren't you? Just human. So really and truthfully, the tip with the dampener is, once you reverse onto your pitch, if indeed that's what you're doing, or even if you just stopped alongside it, just pull your car forward about 6 inches and then the dampener will open up and you won't have it closing on the back of the car next time you do it. Now, I haven't even included the cock-ups that are involved with putting up an awning. That's a whole different video altogether. This is all about what happens just with the caravan. That's got me thinking maybe we need to do something around awning cock-ups. Anyway, not all of these cock-ups take place on the outside. Some of them, yes, happen inside, and more often than not they happen when you're on the road. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. And how many times have you got to where you're going, unlock the caravan door and go in, oh, and you've got all this going on because you left stuff on the worktop that's gone flying on the floor, you didn't lock the drawers properly, here and here and here. Big mistake. We lost a kettle once. It was a glass kettle, left it on the worktop, opened the caravan door, 1,000 pieces of glass on the floor. I think the most costly mistake we've made though is this mirror on this little vanity unit here, you know. And what happened was this catch, the seal, and on the other side, look, there's a little screw clamp on the back. This was starting to get very loose and it was really wobbly, and even when you thought you'd done this, it actually used to turn around and work loose. And of course in transit, that's what's happening. The whole thing is rattling away like a good one, and we went over a big bump and this just went right over it, smashed against there, went back for the rest of the journey, was smashing like this, backwards and forwards. And by the time we got to where we're going, there was cracks all over the mirror, folks. And this is another one. This generally falls into a pink job, but obviously with me doing purple jobs these days, this little catch on the sliding door, because if you don't put the catch on and you think we're all ready to go, in transit that will slide and you're going to have that going on throughout your journey, and if you're not careful it's going to cause some serious damage either to the door itself, the runners, or something else. So don't forget, folks, to make sure that that clip there is in place. So now we're talking about a cock-up with your flaps. Whether it's the water inlet or whether it's the external 240 volts, you've just got to make sure that you close these properly, because if you don't, when you're travelling around towing your caravan, they'll be flapping around and banging against the side. So whatever you do, before you leave, push home hard and make sure that your flaps aren't loose. So now we come to cock-up number one. Not because it's the biggest cock-up. I've only done this once. I don't think I'll ever do this one again. But you know the old saying about a door? When is a door not a door? Well, obviously when it's ajar. So there you have it. That's been the top 10 cock-ups, but we have one more to show you. This is one that I'm calling the 5-star cock-up. And the reason it's the 5-star cock-up is because it's the one that I do the most. And it's also the most frustrating cock-up because it's the most time-consuming fix. But you know it's a fix that you must do. Of course, I'm talking about wheel locks and wheel lock alignment. Take a look at this. I bet you've all done this one. You've got to site, you've unpacked, you've got the steadies down, the wife's already inside doing the pink jobs, and you've just go to put the wheel lock on and you realise it's not aligned. What do you have to do? Everybody out, steadies back up, get it sorted, get it lined up, then get the lock on and do it all over again. The most frustrating of all cock-ups. I do have a devil on the shoulder and an angel on this one, and the angel's saying, Dave, get on with the laminated sheet, you know it makes sense. And the devil's saying to me, it'll just get stuck in a drawer and you'll never use it. Do you have a laminated sheet? Do you have a checklist? Do you use it? Let us know in the comments below. Hope you've enjoyed the light-hearted look with a serious message around caravanning cock-ups, and if you do learn from anyone's mistakes, make sure it's not your own. Like I always say, if you have been, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment, we'd love to know all about your caravanning cock-ups as well, and hit the notification bell. It will let you know when the next video is coming your way. This needs a proper clean. See you in the next video. Bye for now.